Hey guys, Power512 here, and happy Thanksgiving. Today I am going to bring you a weapon tutorial about all of the good weapons I think that you could use. So, first is the Tsuda's Final Creation. Just basic damage, you get it from Glitter Helm, Caverns, Insane. But if you want to try and get the Undying Rod, then the Draconis Ignis is a lot better. Because once you defeat the summit, like the Ancient Dragon on Insane, you get high elemental damage, and you get to upgrade it, and that makes you deal a lot more DPS than you will with the Tsuda's Final Creation. And you need this pretty much to get the Undying Rod. So, the Undying Rod is, of course, a lot better. The damage scales a lot higher, and the shots that come out of it are like a lot bigger, so they'll hit a wider range of enemies. So this is good for like crowd clearing, and yeah. And then after that would be the Oculus of the Genie King, which is a lot better than the Undying Rod, because it doesn't always spawn with higher stats, but it shoots projectiles in a hexagonal shape. So you could shoot from a longer distance, but it will still hit like one spot. So it's good for dealing massive amounts of DPS from far away. You want to have high projectile speed and high charge bonus to even increase that DPS. That goes with every single apprentice weapon. That's just how you upgrade those weapons. You get that from Morago Insane. Okay, so now I'm going to quickly go to the monk weapons. So this is the Chi, and it's okay to use for towers. It just has high radius, so you get this from Glitter Helm Insane, not that big of a deal. And even better weapon though is the Ogres Childhood Toy, which is used for, of course, auras, because you could see that there's a high damage stat for auras. So that's from oh gosh, Unlikely Allies, yeah, that's what it is. And then the weapon after this that I would suggest is the Shimmerblade Scimitar. Now, Shimmerblade Scimitar and Junbows, which is the one right next to it, they can spawn high amounts of upgrades. So you can use them both as towers. Shimmerblades, though, if you're a low level, they could deal massive amounts of damage because they could spawn with up to 50 upgrades for low level use, and you could bump it all into damage. So, and this is the Junbow Sunkit Saber. This just happens to have more damage and more upgrade levels. This is actually for level 74, and as you can see, this is really geared to towers. On insane difficulty, weapons tend to spawn with higher stats, so you want to have Morago Insane, so then you could get this really good weapon. But if you're on Morago hard difficulty, you could always get the Shimmer Blade. So that is pretty good on its own. And I think I'm going to switch to the Monk to show you that it's actually level 74 requirement, to show you the potential of weapon spawns. So yeah, you can see right there, level 74 requirement. And that's pretty amazing. So then the weapon after that is Marion Halberd. You can see that it has high projectile damage. Every time you upgrade its projectile damage, it adds 104 instead of 32. So the damage scales pretty insanely well. And then, yeah, so that's just what I would recommend for DPS. You could technically use it for towers, but Marion Halberd spawn with lower upgrade levels. So now I'm going to go to the squire weapons. I only have two squire weapons here: the Chris Knife, which is good for towers and damage, and then the Kraken Fang, which is also good for towers and damage. Chris Knife is good for the more advanced levels because you need that speed to compensate for the lack of tower stats. So, and then speed is time, so you really need that. And then other weapons that could have been here are the mobile Moxie, which is pretty much a degenerate of the Kraken Fang. And then also the Earth Shaper, which is just a sample weapon from Glitter Helm Caverns. So I'm gonna move on to the Hunter's weapons very slowly, it seems like. There are 3 weapons I had on the table here. The first one is the Blast Kiss, deals 10 shots per second. And that is very good considering that the normal weapon deals 8 shots per second. And it could also be used as a tower weapon. Weapons before that would include the Soul Focuser, which can shoot through walls, which is amazing in itself. So if you don't have the Blast Kiss, always try to go for the Soul Focuser, which is from Alchemical Laboratory on Insane. And then the weapon that I would say that is better than that is Chitin of 1,000 Winds. This could deal up to 15 shots per second, but you have to be careful though, since it's a flamethrower, it doesn't have maximum range. Since like the average pull from Morago Insane as a Huntress is like 50 upgrade Chitin of 1,000 Winds, you should be able to do a lot of DPS. So it's a really good weapon all around. People usually use a trap weapon as they advance, because you can see it spawns some decent tower stats sometimes, and you need that speed to compensate for the lack of tower stats. So now I'm going to move on to the best Huntress weapon, which is the Shy Hoolid. Now, this is a really diverse weapon, since you can see it has hero stats and tower stats, and then also it could deal a pretty good amount of damage. And then once you upgrade this level, you want to have a high projectile speed, high reload speed, and high ammo clip, just like any other Huntress weapon you'd upgrade. And the reason why that weapon is so good is because it has a wide area of effect. Like you could shoot a Shy Hoolid bullet into a crowd, and it could potentially kill all of them because of how wide its range is. And that's what makes it so very amazing. So this is just a mini weapon guide that I decided to provide for you this Thanksgiving Day. And like always, give any suggestions, give this video a like if this really helped you, and I hope you have a good Thanksgiving Day and a Thanksgiving dinner. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you later. Bye.